Welcome to the World News, interesting stories around the globe just for you. I'm Randolf Jamias here in Naypyidaw. On top of the stories, U.S. President Barck Obama arrived in Myanmar on Monday, the first visit by a serving U.S. president to the Southeast Asian country. His plane landed at the airport of the former capital, where Obama, accompanied by U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, was greeted by U.S. Ambassador to U.S. Derek Mitchell, Myanmar Foreign Minister Uwana Mangwin, as well as other officials. Obama is due to meet President U Thein Sein and NLD leader Daw Aung San Suu Kyi. Obama said that his upcoming visit to Myanmar was not an endorsement of the government, but rather an acknowledgement of the progress it has made in moving towards democracy. President Obama also toured the center of Myanmar Buddhism in Yangon. He strolled barefoot through the Shwedagon, a gold-plated spire encrusted with diamonds and rubies, and Myanmar's most revered Buddhist pagoda. President Obama later delivered a speech at Yangon University focusing on Myanmar's ongoing democratic reforms and how the U.S. is willing to be a partner in pursuing this goal. Meanwhile, Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh held delegation-level talks with his Chinese counterpart Wen Jiabao on Monday and sought greater investment and infrastructure collaborations from the Asian economic powerhouse. The meeting, on the sidelines of the 21st ASEAN Summit, was held in Cambodian capital Phnom Penh against the backdrop of India's concerns over increasing trade imbalance. This is the 14th meeting between the two leaders in the last 8 years. China's growing influence makes it the key partner in infrastructure projects in the region.
Your two visits to India in 2005 and 2010 have given a strong trust to our relationship, and at the personal level, I greatly value your Excellency's friendship.
Let's now head to the U.S. Loyola University in Chicago is taking sustainability to a new level. The school is converting all of the waste cooking oil produced in their cafeteria kitchens to biodiesel that powers their shuttle bus fleet and soap products that keep the school and students clean. Ben Gruber reports.
The cooks at this Loyola University cafeteria kitchen are frying up some chicken. And after all the cooking's done, the oil is drained and taken on a short trip to the university's biodiesel lab, where lab manager Zach Wakeman starts the process of converting it into fuel. Wakeman recalls when he and other students began discussing ways to make their school greener.
We can make biodiesel from waste cooking oil. We've got cooking oil in cafeterias from all the deep fryers. Why not take that oil, make biodiesel, to cleaner fuel, and put it in our shuttle buses?
Today, all the shuttle buses at the school run on biodiesel, and Aaron Dernbaugh, the director of sustainability at Loyola, says the school has plans to expand their operation.
We're going to go into a new facility next year that's going to give us 10 times the capacity we have now.
And with that expansion, Wakeman and Dernbaugh have plans to expand their product line as well. Glycerin, a main ingredient in cleaning solutions and soaps, is a natural byproduct of biodiesel production.
We're hoping to produce all the soap that we use on the campus. So we think probably in the first couple of years we'll go up to about 30 or 40,000 gallons of biodiesel, and the soap we're going to put in through buildings and see how people like it and how they use it. And we've had really good uptake. We sell it now at different markets and things, but really making it sort of institutional, that you're washing your hands with your waste oil.
Zach Wakeman says the benefits of recycling used cooking oil as opposed to importing fuel are far-reaching.
We look at, if I have to bring in another gallon of diesel, I've got to suck that out of the ground somewhere in the Middle East. I've got to transport it across the ocean, refine that, get it to Chicago, and then put it in my vehicle, burn it, and I've got emissions going into the atmosphere. If I've got biodiesel, I'm growing soybeans in the fields right here in Illinois. I'm crushing that. I'm using that oil once for cooking. After I've already used it for cooking, then I'm going to turn it into a fuel. I'm going to use that fuel, and I'm going to have emissions go up into the atmosphere. But everything's happening right here in Illinois.
And by keeping their fuel production local, Wakeman says damaging gas emissions are greatly reduced, a significant step along the road to a greener future.
Turning now to sports news, over 3,000 runners from 53 countries gathered in Havana on Saturday to participate in the 26th annual Marabana Marathon. The race, which began in front of Cuba's famed National Capitol building, included local Cuban runners as well as runners from the United States, Mexico, Japan, China, South Korea, Australia, and various South American and European countries. Carlos Gatorno, the director of the Marabana Maracuba project, said that the race met organizers' expectations regarding local and foreign participation. The race also includes a 10-kilometer race and half marathon in a circuit which begins and finished in Old Havana.
It's exciting with the music. Everyone's very friendly, and it's a very supportive atmosphere. I don't find it competitive. It's just fun.
Czech Republic beat holders Spain 3-2 to win the Davis Cup when Radek Stepanek overcame Nicolas Almagro in front of a raucous home crowd in the final rubber on Sunday. Stepanek, who waved his arms in triumph to over 14,000 crowd packed into the arena, was hugged by teammates before going to his wife with tears rolling down his cheeks. The result meant Czech Republic had claimed the Davis Cup for the first time as an independent nation. His triumph delighted a home crowd. The Czechs became the first country in 22 years to win Davis Cup and Fed Cup in the same year, but were pushed all the way by a Spanish team missing the talismanic Nadal.
I was dreaming about it my whole life. You know, today is there. I'm standing here as a winner. We are standing here as a team, as a Davis Cup, you know, champions. It's amazing. We written history today here in our country, and I cannot subscribe what I'm feeling right now.
And in golf, Sweden's Henrik Stenson claimed the South African Open at the Serengeti Golf and Wildlife Estate on Sunday, helping him to qualify for the lucrative DP World Tour Championship in Dubai. Heading into the event, Stenson was 59th in the race to Dubai rankings and knew he could be in danger of missing out if he could not produce a good enough result this week. The victory ended a 5-year drought of European Tour wins, with Stenson's last success coming back in 2007 when he claimed the match play championship. He won the Players' Championships on the U.S. Tour in 2009. Stenson also secured his place at the World Tour Championship in Dubai, which begins on Thursday. The Swede had to fight off South African local George Coetzee to lift the trophy after he pushed for overall honors right up until the 15th hole of the final round. On a lighter note, we all need a little magic in our lives from time to time, and a carnival brings just that in the Shanghai metropolis. The event includes shows, competitions, and forums, enabling local residents to appreciate the art of magic.
Magic Carnival. The event has attracted nearly 200 young magicians from both home and abroad to show, compete, and exchange their skills. Shanghai Academy of Drama, one of the organizers of the event, aims to establish an institute to nurture young magicians and researchers of the arts. During the one-week event, musicians will walk into colleges, parks, communities, and welfare centers to spread magic all around the city.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back shortly. Please stay with me.